Hi folks, let's transcribe a word using the International Phonetic Alphabet. Today I used a random word generator and it gave me the word adjoining. We always start with a slash mark. That's telling us that we're not using English orthography, English writing. We're going to be using the IPA. The IPA is a standardized system of symbols that each symbol is attached to an individual speech sound. So even if your language spells things differently, the IPA symbols are always going to be consistent, which is a real treat, especially for a language like English, which has a mess of a spelling system. So first, adjoining. Do you hear how weak that is? I'm going to use the schwa. J is next. J is an interesting symbol. It looks like two sounds stuck together, and it sort of is. J. We call this an affricate. We stop the air in our mouth and then explode it out with some turbulence. Adjoining. Oi. Now, in Canada, we use this symbol for oi. It's kind of standard. Sometimes you might see oi like this. It's fine, but I think this is closer to Canadian English, so I like this one. Adjoining, n. The symbol for N, the N sound is the same in the IPA. Adjoining. Now for the ng sound at the end, there's, it's kind of standard that you use this sound, I, and then this nasal sound with the tail, ing. A lot of people call it the NG sound, but it's not always spelled with an NG, is it? Think of the word pink. Pink. So it's nice to have that one symbol for that single sound. That sound comes out through our nose. We call it a nasal sound. There's the last sound, adjoining. So the last thing we have to do is mark where the stress is in this word. In all English multisyllabic words, so words that have more than one syllable, we are going to have one syllable that's a little more emphasized, and we call that the primary stress. There's also secondary stress too, but we won't talk about that today. Adjoining. Do you hear how the join, like that syllable is quite loud, and we put the stress before that syllable starts, which in this case is right here. We use a little, it looks like a little apostrophe, but it's just a little straight line, and that tells us adjoining. So I'm going to be transcribing for Canadian English, which is part of general American English. I live on the east coast of Canada, and we speak a dialect called Atlantic English. So as we continue with more transcriptions, you may hear some of my East Coast accent being transcribed, and I can go into some detail on that as we go. Thank you. I hope you join me again. Leave any comments of any words you'd like to see transcribed, or if you have any questions about my work, let me know.